So yeah, we're really close to where we fought Boris. This was where we found the LeBlanc Syndicate, like in dire straits. Those two Romeo on the streets of the love song that he made. So now I'm just gonna come up and see if anything actually happens for making it all the way back to his room. Doesn't seem like it. Boris, are you in here? Hello, Boris. Nope. For some reason I think this was the area where in, years ago playing this game on the actual PS2, I was grinding to finish the quote ultimate, this special dress spheres, the like ultimate dress spheres for each character. Alright, so we're actually going to teleport to Xanarkin and just climb straight up and hope that jumping in and out in the middle of that sequence didn't mess it up. Kamari went chasing after Garrick, right? Maybe we should follow him. It's a funny kid. I was starting to think he didn't know how to talk. Yeah, it's hilarious. It's going to be a great stand-up comic someday. So we didn't finish Xanarkin, or Gagazet yet. I think Kamari got an idea when he saw Leon and Aid back from their trip. He's gone up the mountain after Garrick. Apparently we're still good to finish this one. I'm just going to go up this way. Apparently it is not the most efficient, but it's the best way I have of like isolating the places where this scene is supposed to take place so I don't skip around and miss them. Man, I wish there was running shoes in this game. Sprint shoes. There are sprint shoes. They just don't do what I'm thinking, which is press and hold a button and your character sprints around the screen. It's an odd mountain in that it consists mostly of these big overhanging paths with very little actual solid mountain to be found. This was a plot scene in the last game. Nice to see that it's still here. This doesn't seem to be bringing you up higher in the mountain, but eventually it will. Eventually we're just going to come across a really steep path to make up for all the descending we did. It's a great place for an skirt shot. Oh, well this... I never restored this one to functionality. This is the one he talked about. What? So we wasted about half a video chasing around the fucking mountain ruins. I don't give a shit if you listen, Daddy. I'm just gonna punch you in the face. Unable to give answer, he not have. Kamari not elder.
Can I hurt him?
Blue magic, come on.
Ooh, now she's mad.
Hey, cut it out. I'm angry now.
Kamari teach Garrick how to use force.
Kicks him in the nuts.
Kamari use force? Force not solve problems. Kamari still have no answer.
Haha, fuck you, Kamari.
Garrick not think for himself. Beg Kamari for answer. Garrick not even pup. What? Leon and Aid make
Dare you
long
say I'm not even a pup?
Find own path. So, Garrick must settle Garrick problems?
No, Garrick must turn to Leon and Aid for answers.
Garrick not alone.
Oh,
Let us think together. Kimari is elder. Elder right. One Ronso problem is problem for all. All Ronso problem is problem for one.
Yep, that's
One day
the
Ronso
deal.
path will be clear. This Kimari believe.
Okay, good. Glad we got that straight. So I'm looking for something, folks. It's distracting me a little bit here.
needs horn.
Eh. Oh, it is a different guy.
think looking at road ahead better than looking back on things lost.
Biran and Yankee were in the last game. I was checking to see if this... I kept thinking this is the same guy from the last game. He's not.
Garrick want to see too.
Garrick, where were you in the last game? Why? I've never spent this much time listening to you if I didn't confuse you with someone else. Anyway, we've been working on a statue, so...
Honor to Ronso. Honor to Mountain. Long live Elder Kamari.
Long live Genke and Biran.
Long live Kamari.
One of whom I thought I was.
Long live Kamari.
Kamari is dead. Long live Kamari.
Long live Kamari.
I want a statue of me.
on things lost, he said.
Yeah, so stop worrying about Titus. He's dead, alright? Get on with your life.
Let's go.
I'm gonna go find me a new boyfriend with a horn.
What about her?
Long live Kamari. Long live Kamari.
Apparently they don't know when to stop chanting. So I did something wrong, because I remembered you were supposed to be able to get a statue of Yuna built. I think I said the wrong things to the guys who were mad that I talked to in the first couple chapters. Yeah, but yeah, I there's definitely a scene where you get a chapter of Yuna, a statue of Yuna. Oh well, we got episode complete. That's what matters as far as getting the mascot garment grid, which is what's going to allow us to actually have all dress fair, which is the last dress fair to get.
Wow, it was amazing back there. I love happy endings. Oh wow, well, you're gonna love my boyfriend that I'm gonna get. So, you know, what do you think the road ahead will lead us? I don't know, the road is ahead of us. Let's start out today. All that crap.
Yeah, we are missing one dress sphere. You can see it up there between Lady Luck and Gunner. TNA's Gunner. To get that, we'll need to get episode complete in every location. So we will continue to work on that next time, but for now, how far over did I overrun here? I'm wondering. Suddenly my mouse isn't working. 10 minutes over. Ugh. Oh shit, maybe I should just make this a... Yeah, I think I'm just gonna... Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and let this one go, split this one after the fact. Doing way too much of that recently, but it is the logical course of action right now. That being said, let's get another episode complete. Well, let's go back to Mount Gagazet and see if I can see an amusing scene where they build a statue of Yuna. Well, Kamari and Garrick have made Peach and Lean and 8 are back on the mountain. Things are looking pretty good.
I'll be the judge of that.
Oh, I teleported in here, huh? I was expecting to teleport down to, you know, more like Mount Gagazet, like place where we normally end up. Well, it reminds me I did want to see what was going on with, if this is the way to get to that treasure chest I can't find. That's been annoying me so much. No, it's a different treasure chest. With a high potion. Oh, who the fuck cares? Well, there's that one treasure chest that I just can't find a way to get to, so I thought maybe this path had something to do with it, but I guess not. So maybe I'm doing it wrong. I still feel like there's a way to get a statue of Yuna built. Hmm. Whoa, hey, wait a second.
No matter what path Ronso walks, Sacred Mountain will watch and protect.
Am I crazy, or is that a statue of somebody they're working on? Oh, and here's the hot spring. We never got a scene with the goings of the hot springs, which I thought happened at some point. I wasn't sure. Yeah. I'm highly confused. I might have to do a little reading online about why things I thought were going to happen have not come to pass. And so it came to pass that the Countess... Yeah, so that didn't trigger anything new. Forgetting what Payne's generic dialogue is, our turn to do something right. Okay. The Luca one, you just wander around and eventually it triggers a sequence, I think. Yeah, we've probably got enough time to watch the culprit found of this nonsense. When we finally get to the bottom of this mystery, don't miss the thrilling conclusion goings. I don't think we have to do anything here except just watch a bunch of scenes. So let's do that now. This was what all that nonsense with the cameras and Rin was about.
Our proprietor Rin is presenting results of his investigation into the Highroad's troubles of late. Would you mind accompanying me to the travel agency?
Not at all.
I'm sorry, that's not for sale.
I see your concert. I must not get out enough because the journey really tuckered me out. Yeah, you do live at the travel agency. What if I'm not gonna malfunction again? Oh my god.
Done.
So for some reason, instead of taking you straight to the investigation, they take you to that place and where any attempt to exit leads you straight to the investigation. Ugh, I'm a weird guy. I'm a real
I am
world
glad you are all here. I would
Starting
like to
music.
talk about the recent string of incidents occurring on the high road.
Are we gonna get the Gibble Sphere or not?
First, let us discuss the circumstances surrounding why my voice actor was demanding too much money. Marks found along the new road seem to indicate something fell from the road into the ravine below. The injured person found near the crashed hover has been identified as its pilot. Now let us consider the runaway drone Machina. Just jump out of the way before I knock you over, you know. The Machina can only be configured for operation through a control panel behind the agents. Naturally, I considered that someone might have tampered with that control panel. However, after seeing a man fall off the agency's roof, another possibility struck. An impact, were it strong enough, could also be enough to cause a Machina to malfunction. Such an impact would not necessarily require beastly strength. Even someone weak could deal a forceful enough blow with a little help from nature. Suppose, for example, someone were to jump down from a great height. That would do it.
Now then, let us try to figure out who perpetrated these nefarious acts.
Of the apostles. The
We
nefarious
have
apostles.
already heard some testimony. The hover
Testimony?
lost its balance and overturned while attempting to avoid a passerby.
I think these are lies.
Who could that passerby be?
Hmm.
According to the hover's pilot, it was an Albed female.
So the passerby who was almost run
We
over is
found
responsible?
Footprints on one of the malfunctioning Machina.
They were
Those
sexy.
same footprints were also found on a ledge by the new road.
Sexy footprints. I've got a foot
So,
fetish.
let me ask you all. Has anyone recently been to the ruins at the high road's south end?
Hmm.
And does anyone recall jumping down from a great height?
What? No one else?
Mm-hmm.
Has anyone climbed down onto the ledge along the new road?
I was rescuing people who were gonna be murdered by your
One
Machina.
final question. Would the Albed ladies please raise their hands?
All the Albed ladies in the house go, yeah!
Please try to recall what happened, Riku.
I know it is difficult for you. I know your brain is very tiny. All the Albed ladies in the house go, yeah!
She looks happy.
Whatever works for her.
Shall we?
Should we do the Chocobo minigames early so that JG doesn't miss content in Chapter 5?
Oh, okay, so Riku is responsible for the crash. This is hilarious, by the way, if you're sufficiently geeky. Like, if all humor, joy, sadness, and emotion in your life is driven by Final Fantasy games, this is hilarious, this whole sequence.
It was me.
It was me all along,
Precisely.
Austin!
The hover crashed while trying to avoid hitting you. And you caused the drone Machina to malfunction when you landed on it.
You
You,
whore.
Riku, are the one who caused these two incidents to occur.
And you must pay with your life. Oh, who cares?
I am sure you meant no harm, but your carelessness invited disaster.
You must be killed as a
Allow
lesson
me
to the others.
determine Riku's sentence, if I may.
Oh, she's already in position to
Sentence.
make a appeal to the judge. I sentence you to being given an accessory and mission complete. Ha ha ha. That's a useful robot.
Didn't expect trash duty.
Uh-uh.
Phew. Glad that's all over. You must
More
be
trash.
tired. As
And a
naked
speeder
noob.
bike comes by throwing, oh, noob. And it take a big fat dump in the middle of the road so that Riku has to clean
Why
it up.
the chocobos?
They were being employed to power a ferry boat, so I purchased them.
I hate ferries.
That's great. But can I go home now? I picked up all the trash.
We just left some more.
All of the trash?
Every last piece. Look. Oof, yo.
I thank you for your hard work.
But she's done, right? She just said she's not picking up any more
They're
trash.
plucking.
Pluck you!
This stinks. Feathers aren't trash.
Yeah, so you're done. Let's go home. Chocobo feathers are actually valuable items in this game. We're so happy. We scored the accessory Ragnarok. Now on, you can ride Chocobos on the Mi'ihen Highroad, talk to the hover attendant for more information. Who cares? Really. So that is the best reward you can get, but there's also a way to get Gippel's Sphere plus no reward and no episode complete. So Gippel's Sphere is something that's worth seeing, but it prevents you from getting the mascot dress sphere if it's your first playthrough. And is therefore not really that good. So Ribbon and Adamantite, what does Ragnarok actually do? I forget. Other than the fact that it's gold. It's like one of the best accessories. Reduces MP cost to 0 during battle. That is actually pretty damn useful because there are enemies in this game that just take away your MP. So even reducing to 1 can be a problem. So that's kind of nice, and it's the kind of thing you'd want on while playing as a class that doesn't just use regular old attacks all the time. So yeah, that's the thing. Alright. Got a few more minutes to kill. Let's chat with these guys about the zaniness that is Riku having caused the Chocobo Machina, whatever the fuck disaster.
I don't even want to see a Chocobo feather again.
Looks like our garbage hunter is trash. Looks like our trash hunter is garbage. Got just a little bit of time left, so yeah, I keep getting myself in these situations where I want to record one video and then I just go over and end up doing a post-split, and it impacts the other things I was trying to get done with the time. Anyway, there is something else to do at Thunder Plains, as I recall. Macalania Woods we could probably just knock out. The woods are dying. How long until they disappear? Yeah, maybe we can knock this one out real quick. Not really sure what it is we gotta do. I mean, we already had the scene where the musicians left to go live in Guadalsalam, so presumably there's still something sad about these woods disappearing. I mean, you know, it's not like it's nice news or anything. What a rune bracer does. And if I already have some, raises max MP by 100%. That's not bad. Although not particularly useful once for whoever has a Ragnarok accessory, but I guess I could come here. They're kind of their headquarters that they had. See if this triggers a scene. There's one last Squatto, or something, hanging around.
The Squattos sought shelter in these woods have returned home to Guadalsalam. They were accompanied by Macalania's other races, but had already begun to fade away with this place. Alas, these woods have grown far too quiet.
Oh, she's wandering off as though this is going to trigger the scene.
The woods are so empty.
Like your head, Riku.
I guess this place doesn't have much time left.
Go pick up some
Kinda
trash.
sad to think that all of this will be gone, huh?
Replace it with parking lots.
At least
Strip
we
malls.
have our memories.
Payne has a lot of memories of this place, I guess, of collecting musicians and getting her ultimate dress sphere from talking to Trommel, whatever. So I believe at this point, if you just kind of walk around, you trigger little scenes here and there of... there's one place in particular I know we go to wrap this up and get episode complete. I'm just not sure if we have to do other stuff before we get there. But yeah, if you're thinking back of Yuna's memories, then there's a pretty significant memory that's associated with this general location. Depending on how you interpret it all, the floating around and starkly starshine crap in the first game, it is a location she is not likely to forget. To Yuna, this is the equivalent of what for you would be like the back seat of your dad's Plymouth Duster. Oh, God. Or that cabin at summer camp on the weekend where the counselors were away. Because for some reason, counselors just left kids at camp for like a whole weekend in the summer. And the kids were old enough to be doing what I'm talking about.
You guys leave. I want to take care of some business.
Hey guys, mind giving me a moment alone?
That's basically what she's saying.
Why?
Got it. Come on, Payne.
Payne, you won't...
Sure.
Payne, you won't even tell us the basics about yourself, and you want to nose in on Yuna's, Never mind.
I'm glad I was forced to walk forward 2 steps to continue the scene. Are you being sincere? Well, if there's one place his spirit is likely to float around.
I'm not ready to call this just a memory. Not yet.
I'm gonna have to actually gather some funds to prevent this forest from being destroyed.
Episode complete. I got the Ray of Hope, Garment Grid, and get warped straight back to our airship, even though there's something else I wanted to take care of in Macalania. Which we might as well do, even though it's actually going to turn this thing I'm splitting into 2 videos. Will probably end up both being slightly over 30 minutes now, but it is what it is, and it's all what it is.
You're gonna tell me about losing your virginity in that lake or not? So what's so special about that spring? Sorry, I forgot I asked. No need for words, Uni, I understand. I still remember the backseat of Sid's Plymouth Duster.
Alright. Woods will silently fade away, leaving only memories behind. But there is something else I want to knock out. I was kind of hoping we could jump straight to the Lake Macalania area. The tiny little bit of Lake Macalania region still left in this game. I don't know why they took that area away. It's kind of neat. I guess the way it was structured in... You had a lot of scenes where you didn't have freedom of movement back and forth there in Final Fantasy X. But I think at the end of the game you could go back and revisit. There were certain areas that weren't accessible, like when you were deep below the temple or whatever. Anyway, we're gonna do this real quick, like. Visit with the shopkeeper, Owaka.
How dare ye drag, ye sorry bum back here!
Oh.
Ye cast away the family business and ran off for the hills.
Put your
All the
panties
whole
outside
year
your
ye
pants!
were. And ye call yourself Owaka the 24th.
But you opened the store again without even telling me. Why, I only left back then because my job was gone.
And I'm not a walker.
Well, I couldn't help it. I got an itch for peddling, I did. Oh, get in here. Don't want you catching cold.
Brother?
I'm
Brother.
right ready to pound some business sense into that hapless head of yours.
Brother!
This doesn't strike me as the best place for getting customers.
Well, you don't know what I know about
Don't
business.
be a dunderhead. Open your eyes, lad. Maybe you failed to notice our biggest customer has just graced us with her presence.
Lady
You'd dare to steal my presents?
Now I'm
short
obligated to
chance
buy.
practice, lad. Do it just like I taught ye.
Why is she shocked
Oh,
that they noticed her?
Well, welcome to Owaka's.
Eunice thinks this is delightful.
Put some spine into it, lad. Follow me example. Welcome to Owaka's.
Welcome to Owaka's.
Welcome to Owaka's.
No! Welcome to Owaka's.
Owaka's welcome to. Ah, that's not right.
Are they drunk?
Read my lips. Welcome to Owaka's.
Welcome to Owaka's. Read your lips.
Welcome to Owaka's.
Yeah, Payne is leaving, which makes sense, actually.
That's not how it goes.
I didn't ask ye.
Again, this is totally zany if
Everything's
all of
returned
your-
to normal.
all
I
of your
guess.
concept of culture and emotion comes from Final Fantasy. This is hilarious. Episode complete. And now we can buy stuff from them and presumably open this treasure chest. You scored, Elixir.
Welcome.
So, are you open?
Of course he's open. He's open to anything. He's willing to experiment. So we have a ribbon, which means there's no status guard accessory that we'd need more than 2 of. That said, let's get another thing that guards against confusion and berserk, because those are 2 of the nastiest in the game. Kinesis badge, we just happened to steal one in that battle against Spider Boss. But we could use... I don't think ribbon protects against death, so we could... Not 11. We could actually use 3 safety bits. Swordplay abilities learned as a warrior. Oh, man. These are expensive, but I tell you what, save the game in case we Spend way more gil than I intended to. But yeah, this is one of the reasons I saved up a lot of gil off camera with that exploit, because I knew we'd get to this store and there's really expensive stuff that I would feel compelled to have 3 of, so I'd have the option of equipping on all 3 girls. So for example, sword lore, we could get 3 of that. 2 Bushido lores, because we already have 1. 3 arcane lores, 3 nature's lores, black lores, white lores, crimson rings. I don't think we need snow rings at all. Well, they're not expensive. Let me get 2 just in case. And 2 ochre rings, cerulean rings. Actually, those were not good purchases, because now I'm realizing I've got... I'll buy another fairy ring, what the fuck. Now I'll have 3 of everything, even though there are certain... There's certain accessories that'll overpower those. Whatever. His stuff isn't as expensive. Oh, he's selling the same stuff. Oh, he's selling some of the same stuff. Chaos Shock, we already got 3 of. We already got 3 Fury Shocks. We already got 3 Lag Shocks. We already got 3 System Shocks. So it ate most of our money, but I've now got... I'm down to 382,000 gil. And basically have all of the best stuff that you can actually buy with money. The only place that would really be left in game where money is going to be useful is going to be the Calm Lands. Buying shit tons of Calm Lands credits to waste on stuff using gil. But even though I ate a ton of gil, I think I'll save another slot just in case I come back later. I'm like, no, that was madness. And you can say it was Sparta. Alright, that's going to be it for now. When we come back, folks, we will, I don't know exactly what we'll do next. Got a couple of different options on where we could go next. But at this point, I want to get episode complete everywhere, get the mascot dress sphere, and then we've got to consider, well, probably the last thing we'll do for episode complete is Baikonur Desert, because that's where we got to deal with. We got the Cactuar Nation subplot. There's this giant monster that's like getting ready to kill everybody. That one actually, you have to be pretty powerful to deal with it at the end. Although I might start chasing the Cactuar Guardians down now that we're back into Chapter 5. That plot resumes. And before winning the main game, we might want to defeat the Via Infinico Bevel 100-level dungeon. And if we do that, basically the end of the plot game itself is going to be pretty easy. Well, that might be fun. And then on the second playthrough, which I still said I was going to do, I got to think about this now if I've done everything in the first playthrough. We would go through again, side with New Yevon, and I think the notion, it's something Bobo mentioned, because I was toying with it, and Bobo was like, yeah, you could do that. It's just play through with everyone's default dress spheres. Just have Yuna be a gunner, Riku be a thief, and Pain be a warrior for the entire game. And just see, with all the cool accessories and shit, and dress, garment grids I got from the first playthrough, if I can just run through the game quickly and skip all the optional stuff and see how long it takes. And, of course, at some point I got to show off some of the Creature Creator minigame. There's a lot to do, folks, but we'll continue working it next time. I'm Mysterious GG. Thanks for watching. I'll see you then.